There is a storm that not only knocks down the forest, but also strips bare the human heart. 3 animals, 3 ways of living, holding on, calculating, or sharing, stand before the same chance of survival. But only one choice decides who will make it through the winter. Who do you think you would be? The autumn wind slipped through the old leaves, carrying a biting chill that signalled winter was knocking at the door. The old forest was wrapped in a hurried rhythm of life. Swift Squirrel darted like a flash, racing along the trails, collecting acorns and hiding them deep inside tree hollows. Slow Hedgehog moved with heavy yet steady steps, gathering food while repairing nests for the young birds. Meanwhile, Cunning Fox, with its fiery red fur and sly eyes, simply sat calculating how to drain others' food stores. The air grew suffocatingly silent. Yellow leaves fell gently like a belated warning.
In the middle of a barren hill stood a late-season fig tree, still heavy with ripe red fruit. The 3 animals reached its base at the exact same moment. Swift Squirrel leapt upward, claws gripping tightly onto the bark. "It's mine! I found it first!" Slow Hedgehog let out a breath, his voice warm and calm. "The branches are high, the fruit is heavy. Shall we gather and share so we can all get through the winter?" Cunning Fox chuckled softly, its tail sweeping the ground. "Share? This forest belongs only to those who can keep what they take. The strong win."
No sooner had the words fallen than Cunning Fox quietly began digging beneath the roots. Swift Squirrel noticed and growled, stomping hard on the fox's paw. Slow Hedgehog rushed in to stop them, but greed and fear swept away all reason. They struggled, pushed and pulled as the tree trembled violently. Just then, the sky split open. Thunder roared, rain poured down like a waterfall, and fierce winds snapped dead branches. The storm had come earlier than rumoured. Swift Squirrel ran desperately back to its hollow, but the floodwaters had already swept its food stores into the abyss. Cunning Fox crawled into the burrow it had just dug, but the soaked earth collapsed, burying all its schemes. Only Slow Hedgehog's deep den, lined with dry leaves and shielded from the wind, stood firm in the storm. Cold raindrops struck their shoulders, pulling them back to a harsh reality. When dawn broke, the wooden door slowly opened. Slow Hedgehog stood there, eyes gentle. "Come in. The fire is still warm, and there is enough food for 3. Swift Squirrel trembled as it stepped inside, tears mixing with the rain. "I thought holding tight meant safety, but it only brought me loneliness." Cunning Fox lowered its head, voice hoarse. "Tricks cannot defeat nature, nor can they hold on to trust." Warmth from the small fire spread, pushing away the long winter's cold. That winter, the old forest no longer had anyone running alone. They learned to share firewood, to share warmth, and to understand that true strength lies not in what we hide, but in what we are willing to give when storms arrive.
The story reminds us that in hardship, selfishness and cunning bring only loss and isolation. Preparation is necessary, but if we only keep things for ourselves, we will easily collapse when events spiral beyond control. Lasting strength lies in sharing, cooperation, and compassion. When people open their hearts and help each other at the right moment, they not only overcome adversity, but also build trust and lasting bonds.